Hi students, I hope you all are safe and taking good care of yourself. Alright, first let's discuss the assignment, the last assignment that was given to you. Okay, let's get started. So students, let's start with page number 11. Look at the pictures in each set and tick the odd one out. Hint, the countable and uncountable nouns have been mixed up in each set of pictures. Okay, so we have to tick the odd one out. So here can you see grass, then there's a dog, and there are some colored pencils. So you can count dogs, you can count colored pencils, but can you count grass? No, so grass is the odd one out. Tick grass. Second, here is a glass of juice. Here is a pond. Here is a cone of ice cream. You can count glasses of juice. There is one glass of juice. You can count ice cream cones, but you cannot count the water in the pond. Right? So which one is odd? This pond is the odd one out. Third one, you can see grains of rice, then there is a sandwich, then there is a boat. You can count boats, whether there is one boat, two boat, three boat. You can count sandwiches, but can you count the grains of rice? No, so grains of rice is the odd one out, okay? Now students, the next page is page number 13. Pronunciation. A syllable is the sound of a vowel A-E-I-O-U that we make when we say a word aloud. The number of times you hear a vowel sound in a word is the number of syllables in it. Okay? Example, the word soon has one syllable while sooner has two syllables. Okay, soon and e, oo and okay. So while telling about the syllables, while trying to find about syllables, you have to keep one thing in mind, that your pronunciation should be absolutely correct. To find out the syllable in how many syllables are there in a word, your pronunciation needs to be correct. Read a few more examples. Then examples are given. Words with one syllable: cat, large, cook, friends, ants, day, a. Okay. Now words with two syllables: city, C and T, country, corn and tree, cupboard, same way, garden and breaking. Find, one, smelled, one, Johnny, two, met, one, hamper, two, inside, two, fresh, one, ran, one, join, one, tumbling, two. Okay? Alright, now listening. Listen to a poem, then write T for true and F for false for these sentences. Otherwise also we have a general idea about these basic facts. The tiger has a long neck. A tiger has a long neck? That's false. A giraffe has a long neck. We can see the tiger's sharp teeth when he growls. Is it correct? True. The crocodile is long and green. True again. The crocodile's legs are long. False. The crocodile has short legs. Okay. The giraffe spreads out its legs so that he won't fall. True, to maintain his balance. The giraffe eats leaves from the ground. False, the giraffe eats leaves from the trees because he can reach tree easily rather than reaching the ground. So today we'll start with English language. We have already completed one chapter of English literature. So today we'll start with English language sentences. Okay. So it is very important to know how to form sentence and which one is the correct sentence and which one is incorrect sentence. So once you know that, you'll be able to, you'll be able to form sentences nicely, and you'll be able to write it also in a proper way. So let's start. Sentences. A group of words that make sense is called a sentence. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So a group of words that makes sense, okay, is known as sentence, and it always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. This is something you've learned in your grade 2 also. Let's go through the example. Game popular is football. Does it make any sense? No, these all are the important words to be used in a sentence, but they are not arranged properly. And it's not starting with a capital letter, not ending with a full stop. So let's make it a proper sentence. Football is a popular game. Now does that make some sense? Yes, it does. No, so now here it starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So this is a sentence. Football children play to love. Again, all words are jumbled and doesn't make any sense, and also it doesn't start with a capital letter and end with a full stop. So let's make it a proper sentence. Children love to play football. Makes complete sense. Starts with a capital letter, ends with a full stop. So now parts of a sentence. Rishi likes ice cream. The dog is playing with a ball. Annie is wearing a new dress. So the words are underlined over here. Rishi, the dog, Annie. Can you see here? So these words are person or things we are talking about. Like in the first sentence, we are talking about Rishi. In the second sentence, we are talking about the dog. In the third sentence, we are talking about Annie. So the person or thing we talk about in a sentence is known as the subject. Okay? Rishi, the dog, and Annie are the persons or things being talked about in the sentences. It is called the subject. Now coming back to the example. Likes ice cream, is playing with the ball, is wearing a new dress. These group of words, it gives more information about the persons or things that we are talking about. So these group of words are known as the predicate. So the words likes ice cream, is playing with the ball, and is wearing a new dress tells us more about the subjects. This part of the sentence is called the predicate. Okay, so now the group of words that gives us information about the persons or things are known as the predicate. Alright, let's take one more example. The painting is beautiful. We are talking here about the painting, so the painting becomes the subject, and what is talked about the painting is beautiful. That is the predicate. Now, types of sentences. The first one is an assertive sentence, which is also known as a declarative sentence. It gives information or states an idea. It ends with a full stop. It gives us information or a general idea. Okay? So example, I love eating carrots. It's giving some sort of information that what I like eating carrots. So this is an assertive or declarative sentence. The sky is blue. It also gives some sort of information. So this is also assertive or declarative sentence. Interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence, it asks a question. It ends with a question mark. Any sentence where a question is asked is known as interrogative sentence. It starts with a capital letter but it ends with a question mark. An imperative sentence. Imperative sentence, it gives command or makes a request. It ends with the full stop. Any sentence where a command is given or a request is made is known as imperative sentence. It again starts with a capital letter but ends with a full stop. Any sentence, any proper sentence starts with a capital letter. Example, be quiet. Be quiet is a command. Okay, so it ends with a full stop. Please be quiet is a request. So it will also end with a full stop. Next is an exclamatory sentence. It expresses a strong feeling. It ends with an exclamation mark. Now, any statement that expresses a strong feeling is known as exclamatory sentence. And an exclamatory sentence, it ends with an exclamation mark. I fell down. So it shows some kind of strong feeling, a feeling that somebody is really hurt. Okay, so it ends with an exclamation mark. Hooray! Grandpa is taking us out. So it shows a feeling of joy, strong feeling again. So that's why it also ends with an exclamation mark. All right. So students, today we covered the sentences in our class. Let's do a quick recap. So we read about sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It starts with a capital letter and it ends with a full stop. The first thing. The second thing is we read about subject and predicate. We read about that if a person or thing, that is talked about in a sentence is the subject, and the information we get about that person or thing in a sentence is the predicate. For example, the painting is beautiful. So the painting is the thing we are talking about in the sentence. So that is the subject, and is beautiful is more information about the thing we are talking in a sentence. So that is the predicate. Okay. We also read about types of sentences. There is declarative or assertive sentence, which gives us some sort of information or a general information. For example, the sky is blue. So it gives us some sort of information about the sky. It starts with a capital letter, ends with a full stop. Next one is interrogative sentence. It a sentence in which a question is asked. A question is asked. So such kind of sentences are known as interrogative sentences. So in such sentences, it ends with a question mark. Okay. So for example, what is your name? So question is asked and it will end with a question mark. Next is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is a sentence in which some command is given or a request is made. All right. Example, may I please borrow your pencil? So here a request is being made. So in such sentences, we start with capital letter and end with a full stop. So an imperative sentence always starts with a capital letter and it ends with a full stop. The last one is an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence, it shows some kind of strong feelings. Okay. For example, hooray, we won the match. So a feeling of joy, excitement. So and it always ends with an exclamatory mark. Okay, exclamation mark. It always ends with an exclamation mark. So that's it. So I just hope that you complete your assignment on time and do it nicely in good handwriting. And as I've discussed it earlier also, that kindly mention your name and class on top of it. And that's it. Stay safe, stay indoors. We'll meet in the next class. Bye.